This is Boxo, another coffee subscription service that I've been trying out for the past 3 months. Boxo was very kind to send me 3 sample boxes, each of which included 2 8-ounce bags of coffee that are supposed to be from the same city, different roasters, but what I found to be the case in all 3 of my boxes was that all the coffee in the box came from the same state, but different roasters. So same state, 2 different specialty coffee roasters. That is the premise, at least for now. And I don't know if Boxo normally sends 2 bags of coffee from the same city, more specifically. Maybe that's where they're headed. But for now, this is what makes them different from other coffee subscription services. So here's a look at what's inside each Boxo box. Granted, this was my first box, so there was a little bit of extra love from Candace and Derek, who are 2 of the lovely folks from Boxo. One of them being the founder, Derek, who wrote me this handwritten note right here. So this is what a typical coffee card looks like inside one of their boxes. You can see the recommended brew methods at the bottom, roaster notes, Boxo notes, and then other specs like the producer, the processing method, the variety. Each box also comes with a nice piece of artwork, a handprint from Normal Human out of Kansas City, Missouri. They are usually related to coffee, so it's nice to add that to your collection, and it really feels like a fun gift, almost like Christmas every month, but for coffee. And last but certainly not least is the coffee itself. You get 2 bags of either 8-ounce or 1-pound bags of coffee. This came from Treeline Coffee Roasters, and that's either Derek or his wife Yvonne's favorite hometown roaster. And then the second one was from Post Coffee Company, which again was one of their favorites. This was a celebratory box for them because they had a baby in August, which is the first month I received anything from Boxo. Although I didn't experience this, I thought it would be a good idea to show you what the sign-up process is like and just check out the Boxo website. So again, if we're going to their About page, you can read a little bit about their history on your own time, and the concept itself again has to do with bringing you 2 different coffees from the same city, and it's supposed to be the best of the best within that city. And they're a small team, just a young startup right now, and they're getting into really what is a pretty crowded but blossoming space in coffee subscriptions. So here's how Boxo works. You really just choose a plan, and then you choose a plan, and then they send you some coffee. So you can choose monthly or annual. Annual plans, of course, will save you some money, and what it works out to is on the low end, you're going to be paying about $1.32 per ounce of coffee. So that would be if you subscribe to the yearly 2 bags of 1-pound coffee per month. And then on the high end, you're paying $1.81 per ounce of coffee. So that's if you do just the monthly subscription. And that is obviously what most people will probably start out with. So $28.99, they send you 2 bags of 8-ounce coffee per month. And although I have it blurred out, the sign-up process really easy, and we actually have a discount coupon for you. So you'll want to make sure you sign up for the Coffee Concierge email list to get that. So let me just quickly summarize and go over what I liked and didn't like about Boxo. For starters, pros, I think that the coffee was overall pretty excellent. The first 2 coffees I received from Montana, they weren't my favorites, but later on in subsequent months, such as November, I got some really excellent coffees. In fact, 2 of the coffees that I received from Boxo were top 10 of the ones I've had all year. So they really do select good coffee for the most part. I was disappointed in only 2 of them, and the other 4 were good to excellent. Boxo is also probably one of the best ways to discover new roasters. I do think multi-roaster subscriptions like Misto Box are also very good for discovering new roasters. However, this is one that's specifically geared towards giving you 2 new roasters every month, whereas Misto Box and Angel's Cup, the 2 other subscription services I've tried so far, they'll often give you coffees from the same roasters in different shipments, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because they're different coffees, but you get a little bit less roaster diversity. And I really like that Boxo comes with the artwork from Normal Human. I think that's a really nice touch, and I think that of those coffee subscription services I've tried so far, this one would probably make the best gift for that reason alone. And the coffee specs on the note card that they include, I think, are better than any of the other services out there, at least from the ones I've tried. It's very detailed and well designed, and I think that this is a good way for somebody to kind of have a better understanding of the coffee that comes in the box. Now, what do I not like so much about Boxo? Well, for one, it's not very customizable. For some people, I know this is a good thing. They just want to put in their order and not have to make any decisions. But I think it's a little bit too niche in many regards because it doesn't have a lot of variety of roast profiles, and I only think that light roast lovers like me are going to be satisfied with the coffee that Boxo sends your way. If you're accustomed to drinking decafs or dark roasts or have particular preferences, you're not going to be able to customize this, and in turn it probably won't be for you. The coffee also typically arrives more than a week post roast, and this is not outside of the window of optimal freshness. I mean, snobs will tell you you want to drink your coffee within 2 weeks of the roast date. And I think, this is a rule that you should obviously test for yourself before jumping to conclusions, but I'd still like to get my coffee as soon as possible so I can really know what it's like over the course of its life. And I think of the coffee subscription services I've tried so far, this is the slowest yet, although not painfully slow. So in summary, I think that Boxo is a great coffee subscription service as a gift, not so much if you're looking for something that is customizable for yourself. If you're somebody that would like to try as many new roasters as possible and you like specialty coffee already, then this would be a good option, especially if you don't want to have to make a lot of decisions in terms of what should I get on a month-to-month basis. There's very little upkeep involved. So thanks for watching this review, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to try and help. And don't forget to sign up for the Coffee Concierge email list. It's linked to in the actual review in the description, and you'll see how you can get access to 25% off your first order over there.